Welcome back to the D4 channel, and boy, do we got an episode for you today.
The best episode ever.
The best episode ever. We are doing a spoiler review for Guns for Hire, chapter, was it 22 of The Mandalorian of Season 3. The best episode of Star Wars. So if you haven't seen the best episode of Star Wars, leave now, because this is a spoiler review.
Spoilers.
Alright, D, let's get into it. First of all, let me know how you're feeling about this episode.
I'm so glad. That was the biggest trip I've ever had in Star Wars history.
You feel like you did shrooms, right?
Correct.
Oh, like, because I didn't get spoiled with this episode. The only thing I knew about this episode before I watched it was that Jack Black and Lizzo was in it.
I didn't even know that, so that was...
That's all I knew. And I was like, okay, that's Jack Black. I love him. Lizzo, and I was like, those two in Star Wars?
Did you think it was going to be a serious episode when you saw that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I thought when we see them, it was going to be stupid, which it was.
Very.
But I was like, it's Mandalorian, so it's going to have its seriousness, which it did. It did for, like, towards the end. And let's get into it, because like the whole recaps as we see what happened with Mandalorian and Bo-Katan before. Yeah. And now we see this Aqualish and this Mon Calamari in space.
Romeo and Juliet
in space. And the Imperial cruiser comes to them, and we think, I thought it was gonna be Moff Gideon, like, showing up. I thought it was gonna be him. Nope, it's not Moff Gideon. It is Bo-Katan's old crew from season 2 who left her because she lost the Darksaber. And they pulled up saying, we got hired to return, I think, the Mon Calamari, the prince, back to his home. No. that right there, like, it was so silly and so beautiful.
And then it was the beginning to what we did not expect.
Yes, like, I'm glad how the episode set the vibes of how this is going to be, because right at the bat, we're like, alright, this episode's going to be kind of silly. And I'm like, it is very silly.
Underestimated it.
Oh my god, but it's so good. Like, my 12-year-old heart was beating so great.
Came back alive.
It came back alive. Like, people have been hating on this episode on the internet. They've been killing The Mandalorian.
No direction.
I was like, you guys don't know the pleasure of just being alive.
There's no child in the heart.
Your child is dead inside. Like, I am so sorry for your loss. Because if you can't enjoy this, what can you enjoy? Because this episode is a boatload of shroom fun.
I know they love the Bad Batch final episode.
Oh, like Bad Bro, we were making a joke last review about how Bad Batch is our grown-up show and Mandalorian's our kids show.
Correct, because we literally seen so many people die in these past few episodes.
Yeah, and now we're just getting goofy Jack Black, and they go to this planet. I don't know the planet's name. It actually looked like Mandalore before it got all like gray and white because they had the domes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it looked like that, and if you remember from the previous episode of Mandalorian, the pirate episode, the armorer gave Bo-Katan the task to recruit more Mandalorians, that she walks both ways. Alright, so we go to this planet with Lizzo and Jack Black, and I just love the dynamic of them being goofy, and then the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan try to be serious.
I noticed every time she says something, she have a little smirk.
Like, I can imagine on set, they're just like...
Luckily with DeJarden, you can't see his face.
Yeah, so literally you're like, he could be laughing his ass off.
Oh, he was definitely smart.
Yeah, and under the helmet, but he's like, say the lines. And plus Pedro usually not in the suit, so the guy under the mask can actually be laughing, and then they just dub him over with Pedro's voice. But I just love that whole scene of her petting Grogu while he's eating fish on her lap. She's just like the cute little baby. And
he's enjoying it.
He's enjoying Grogu, the minute they came to this planet, Grogu was like, wow,
I love this place.
This is great. The stories he's gonna tell when he gets super old, I can't.
He's gonna have so much story.
Yes, I can't wait. And plus, there's future Star Wars movies potentially, so maybe we might see this little rascal.
I would love to see like a movie about this guy.
Right? As like, because by the time Rey thing exists, he's like 70, 80 years old.
I don't know how age works for.
I don't know. I don't know either.
So
I don't know either. According to Yoda, when he was 100 years old, he was already trained Jedi.
So I think by then he has like full sentience,
Right.
full
Sentences, like wield sabers.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see that. But just seeing him doing his baby stuff is great. And so they're tasked with this. So this society reminded me of like Wall-E.
Yes.
Where
They can't function without the robots.
they can't function without the robots. They have a problem with their droids. Their droids are malfunctioning, and the droids basically run the entire system of the planet. And the droids, they showed the images on the security cams of like the chef droid killing people.
The trash droid.
The trash droid. Like he's like, I'm sick of this job. A freaking droid ran a speeder into a wall. And Bo-Katan, like every other like tech major person, is like, have you turned the system off?
Off and on again.
Off and on again? The guy's like, of course not. If we do that, our society will crumble. I'm like, oh my god, bro. Like,
It's like, why is there an off button but not an on button?
right? It's like, just turn them off and then turn them on again. But he's like, no. The old crusty white guy, which we'll get to later, he said, no, I'm not going to turn it off because our society will literally panic. So we're like, okay, let's go investigate. So, also, if you know us, we love droids.
Droid rights.
We love droid rights. We love droids. We love the battle droids, the B1 and the B2 super battle droids. We love them. Boy, did we get a lot of them in this
We're
episode.
getting all types of droids. All types.
All types of droids. And the funniest thing is, so Din Djarin and Bo-Katan, they go to this like assembly line where the super battle droids are working with the B1 battle droid, like kind of guiding it. And first of all, I love that the B1 sounds just like he does in the animation.
Gosh, they still look just as beautiful. Cartoon, live action, they're always beautiful.
They look great. And Din Djarin...
Droid abuser.
Droid abuser. Like, this man just kicking B2 battle droids.
All his force.
All his
trying
force.
to do their job.
And the B1's like, you shouldn't do that. And he's like, why? You guys are reprogrammed, right? You're not battle droid anymore. But he's like, yeah, but you shouldn't do that. Bro, when he kicked that B2 battle droid, and the battle droid got up and whacked him in the face.
That was well deserved, even though it did go rogue.
Yeah, that was very well deserved. And this is the first time we've seen a B2 battle droid move like that. What do you think about that?
You need to put a scene of it running.
Oh yeah.
It's hilarious. You guys need to
Bro,
see
you're
that.
gonna get B-roll of the B2 battle droid. Like, if you play Battlefront, you can play as the B2 battle droid. When you sprint as them in that game, they do not run like how I'm gonna show you in this B-roll.
You need to put like a comparison.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a comparison of how they run in the game and in every other media and how this one ran.
That was the best run ever, and I think all of them need to do that now.
Oh my, it was so ridiculous. All the time, me and her are just laughing our ass off. We're like, what are we watching right now? This is great. It kind of reminded me of the episode 2. Remember when Anakin was chasing the changeling in the streets? And it kind of reminded me of that a little bit.
Except even more silly.
Even more silly, and I loved it. And they tackle the droid, kill it, and it's like a whole crime scene of like the dead body of the droid in the streets. I'm like,
Oh my god.
droid rights.
Didn't we skip over? Wait, no, we didn't. Never mind.
Nah, I don't think we. This episode's so goofy.
There's like so much.
There's so much
Honestly,
going on.
just watch it yourself, okay?
Yeah, just watch the episode. If you haven't watched this episode, watch the episode. And if you obviously you did because you're watching the spoiler review, I hope.
Because we're skipping over some stuff, but
Yeah.
that's what for you to watch.
Yeah. So after they do that, they go into this droid bar,
Yes.
and it's so funny. They walk in, and the droids are like. And I'm like, this is the first time we've seen we usually see humans look at weird aliens or droids like that. This is droids.
We've had like humans, we have aliens and humans, we've had freaking what else?
Are you thinking about the bar
The clones bar.
The clone bar,
clones bar.
yeah. We had all those bars. We never really got a droid
Never
bar.
had a droid bar.
We never got a droid bar, and we finally got it, and it's amazing. You got all kind of. You got R2 units. You got C3 units. You got some of the bartender units. You got all the droids.
See if you can name all of them, guys.
Yeah, if you can name all of them, name them in the comments for me, please. And they all look so great.
They all look fantastic. Droid rights finally get
Right?
our own bar.
Lucasfilm, you're listening to us. We love
We
droids.
noticed you added R5D4. You added the droid bar.
Yes, you did.
I know you're watching us.
You're watching us, so
You're watching
thank
us.
you so much for our droid rights.
Now give us a shout out.
Yes, please give us a shout out, Lucasfilm. Please, you have Star Celebration, you could do that. So we have them talking about like the chips that are malfunctioning because
Yeah.
I guess bro, the episode's so crazy. They used to wipe their memories or reprogram them in a way, something like that.
It's just to help them function,
To help-
basically.
Yeah, to help them function, basically. And the droid's like, "What are you accusing us?" I'm like,
Like, what do you think I'm doing?
bro, the droid literally's like, "I'm gonna tear your circuits on your head." I'm like,
Bro has so much violence against the droids, bro.
I'm like,
I mean,
wow.
I get it, but at the same time, come on, guys.
come on. You saw good. He saw good. You saw IG-11 was a good droid.
Bro literally saved your life. Can you be a little more respectful?
Thank you. Like, you had a droid pal in your ship. Like, droids have rights too.
Yeah, we had all types of droids in your ship, so come on.
Yeah, come on. Stop hating Din Djarin. Even Bo-Katan was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he's like, "You can't reason with droids." I'm like, "What the hell? What the hell, bro?" And she's like,
Sad R5D4 noises.
and Bo-Katan literally like, "They are programmed to reason. Like, they have personality." I'm like, "Thank you, Bo-Katan. I appreciate you."
Listen.
No.
He's gonna abuse another droid.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah, like
Just wait.
Din Djarin, you deserve to be smacked around by droids.
Sorry, Grogu.
Sorry, Grogu.
Your dad's kind of an abuser of droids.
Yeah, you're lucky you're not a droid, otherwise you've been patted around. And you're so well behaved. I love you. We don't really see Grogu much in this episode because
He's out here chilling.
yeah, he's just out there chilling, playing games with Lizzo and Jack Black,
Helping her cheat.
helping her cheat with his magic hands. When they're playing this weird, I don't even know what you call the space version of croquet, like.
Whatever it's called. Yeah.
Whatever, yeah. I just love that he's just chilling with them. And they go to this, also, I want a detective series
Oh my
in
God,
Star
yes.
Wars. It was so good.
Star Wars detectives.
Yes, my friend told me, like, CSI, but Star Wars. Give me that, Lucasfilm. I would love that, because they're doing the whole thing where they're talking to the people in the morgue.
We just need to learn more about Star Wars technology in the first place. I want to learn more about that chess game because it makes no sense.
Right?
All I've learned is if you press 2 buttons, you win.
Exactly. I'm like, what? Why don't everyone press a bunch of buttons?
Everyone always presses 1 button
And then someone press 2, and then they
and
win.
then they win.
I'm like,
so what?
how does that game? I know some of you nerds probably know how that game works,
Yes.
so you let me know in the comments below. I do not know how that game works, but you let me know. So I really hope we get more technology because we
Please.
see them taking like, I'm not gonna say blood, like some kind of substance from the B2 in the morgue, and we hear it's nanodroids. And the last time we heard nanodroids was in the arc where Barriss fed it to a person and blew up in the Jedi Temple base, and that's the first time we saw nanodroids.
Shout out to the nano droids.
Shout out to nanodroids. They're used for very bad things, and apparently they're used to reprogram them for doing bad things again. Here.
Come on, can we have good nano droids?
I don't think so.
Come on,
I ju-
science.
Just like how you hate the probe droids, I think nanodroids are the same kind of thing.
yeah, a little less sentient in a way.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, here you go, do your bad thing. And they're like, all right, fine.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. And that's what happens. They get it from this detective place. So now they have another lead where they're like, okay, it was made by someone.
I wonder
Guess
Who could
who?
it be?
Now listen, we love all people.
Oh God, just maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't.
I'm not doing it, D4.
Maybe you should.
TV, you need to stop giving old white men a bad name. Stop it. Stop it. Why are you
Okay,
making?
that's a good way of
Why-
phrasing
why-
it.
Thank you. You thought I was going real. You thought I was
I thought we were
going
gonna have the censor.
nah. All I'm saying is TV shows. Stop giving old white men bad credit, cause we're like, of course it's the old crusty white man.
Every time.
Every time. Like I'm like, okay, yep, he's the one
I mean,
who made
you
the
see
joint.
Palpatine.
He is blood supreme.
He's the crustiest.
He's the crustiest,
He's the crustiest
of
one.
all the old white men. And here we go. Another one who apparently was part of the Separatist Alliance in the Clone Wars.
Who would have guessed that one?
I know, right? I'm like, you
Couldn't
know.
have seen that with his.
Yeah, he had bags under his bags under his
He had
bags.
his hands like this over the button.
I said, oh yeah, you use evil. Anyone doing this over a button, you're evil.
Like, come on, guys.
He's like, I fought your corrupt republic. I've fought the Empire. He even mentioned how Count Dooku was a visionary and he got taken from his
That's
prime.
another decrepit man.
Yeah, and we love Count Dooku because
Yeah,
as we
we
see
do.
in the Tales of the Jedi, it's the reason why he turns the way he turns. Good.
Space vampire.
Oh, our poor space vampire. We salute you. So I love that he got a shout out years after the Clone Wars even
The
happened.
name's still alive, and so is the beard.
So is the beard. And this guy was like, I'm not going to... He's giving his whole speech with his hand over his button like, I'll do it. Bo-Katan just shoots him. She's like, I have enough with this crap. He faces... I love how all the workers are like...
Yeah, like just the woman in the background, she's like...
They're like, what is going on, bro? I clocked in. Like, what's happening? This whole episode, bro. If you said a joke. You said Snoop Dogg directed.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg was saying, everyone take a blunt while we're writing this episode and while we're shooting.
You know they were gathered around the what was it, the round table?
The round table,
the
yeah.
Round table.
Yeah, they're like,
and they just passed it around to each other.
they're like, what episode 6 gonna be guns fired?
And
Yeah.
Dave Filoni's sitting.
Yeah, they put like, this is the best episode I'm ever gonna make in my life. And I'm like,
Now this makes me really can't wait for Ahsoka.
bro, Ahsoka, I can't even see if there's gonna be any silly moments in Ahsoka.
One episode.
Probably, yeah, one episode, and Ahsoka probably not even gonna be in it, to be
No.
honest. The rest of it's gonna be serious about one goofy episode. And this is, like, the whole Mandalorian season has been, like, goofy, but in a serious way. Like, the pirate episode was goofy, but, like, in a serious way.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
It's a good balance. Like, it's a Star Wars balance.
It's like your kid can watch and you can watch.
Dude, I would show my kid this on loop. He would have
Yeah, you don't have to worry. Because there's really no serious violence
Not really.
in here.
Not really, no, because, like, I mean, besides the violence that they give our poor droids, like, there's no real true violence except for the Mandalorian fight that happens afterward. But I think I'm getting confused. They went back to Jack Black and Lizzo, right, before they went to the Mandalorians, correct? Right? Yeah. Okay. So they went back. They said, "We fixed your problem." So, white guy, he's the reason why your problem is. And then he's like, "I hate you, Jack Black." And I'm like, "Cause he was an Imperial." And I'm like,
And they
okay.
literally just like, we're disappointing you. And he's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to do this, but you know, she's like, you will be exiled. I'm like,
No.
bro, he's
Like, what did you think was gonna happen? It's okay, we forgive you.
right. Like, come on, bro. Like the droid's literally.
Like, what was his game plan? And why did he want it? Like, he just wanted to do this for no reason.
I think he wanted to hurt Jack Black's character, but like, it's like, bro.
That was not the way to do it, friend.
Yeah, because literally the robots were attacking everybody but Jack Black and his people.
Yeah, that was not a real good plan, bro.
No, it wasn't. So he gets exiled, and then now the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, and Bo-Katan have the opportunity to basically go into the outskirts where Bo-Katan's crew is.
And now we get serious.
Now we get serious.
Serious, guys.
Because, first of all, Bo-Katan had a lot of people following her, because there's a lot of Mandalorians there. Like,
Yeah.
a lot. And she's like, I want my fleet back.
But I'm in charge.
I'm in charge. And the guy is like, nope, you're not getting your fleet back. And she's like, I challenge you to single combat. And I was like, let's go.
And then she absolutely eviscerated him.
She whoa! Listen, this is how you write a good woman character. She whooped his butt.
You're better than me, Supergirl.
Oh my god. If you watch Supergirl, you know how not to write a strong female character. But Star Wars knows how to write a strong female character because the guy is a badass too. Yeah. But Bo-Katan, she has the experience.
She's been through it all.
She's been through it, and she whoops his butt. And I love the Mandalorian's reaction in the back, like...
Girl was like...
I was like, oh god, and they're like, we're not gonna follow you because you don't have the dark saber. And then Din Djarin like, wait, we went to Mandalore. I got captured. I lost the sword, and she got it back. So technically, she's the rightful ruler. And then
I
they're
was like, can't argue with that.
can't argue with that logic. So now finally the Darksaber is in the hands of someone who could finally wield this damn
About
blade.
time. She deserved that for a long time.
Yes, she did. Especially since Din Djarin literally is like holding like Excalibur where he can't even. I'm like, God, give it to Bo-Katan, bro. This is not your blade. So now, I'm just having an image now, because she has the Darksaber, right?
Yeah.
She gonna ride that Mythosaur
Oh yeah, absolutely.
with that Darksaber in hand like a G, and it's gonna be the most
That's
baddest.
gonna be the season finale, and it's gonna be spectacular.
Oh, I can't wait to see how that looks.
Great.
That's
I
gonna
can't
be
wait to see it in all its CGI
CGI glory. And I want Grogu to be on the top of it too, like. Like I want all of that. So
You know Grogu's gonna pet this dragon.
oh, listen, that dragon and him gonna be like best friends.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. Like Grogu, you're gonna
And
ride
then
that
maybe
dragon.
if there's a future thing, that dragon will show back up.
I hope so. And that's how the episode ends with
Yes.
her having the Darksaber. And listen, watching this episode, I can see why the whole internet.
Turn off your brain for like the whole 80% of it, and then turn it back on.
Turn it back on, and then come like Star Wars fans in the comments. Please, I need to know, why do you hate life? Why?
I need you guys to remember,
Why?
children watch Star Wars too.
Yes.
And you can't make it all serious because they're gonna lose a chunk of their market.
Right? And I love how every episode, like, can you imagine they tell you watch Andor? Can you imagine watching Andor after Guns for Hire?
Please don't make your kid watch Andor. Please don't make your kid watch Andor.
Don't
Okay?
make your kid watch Andor after this, because that even a lot of kids, even grown-ups who have child hearts,
Yeah.
they're like, I couldn't watch Andor.
Andor is great, but please don't force your kid to watch Andor.
Because your kid is gonna get depression. Make your kid watch Andor when he's like an edgy, or she's like an edgy
Yeah,
teenager.
wait till they're a teenager, okay?
Yeah, or like 50, and let them watch Andor, but or 50, yeah, like Grogu.
Yeah.
But this episode was great, like 10 out of 10. Like my heart was beaming this whole
10
episode.
out of 10 in our hearts.
10 out of 10, like, oh, Mandalorian. People are like, oh, it has no direction. Mandalorian needs to hurry up. I'm like,
Come now.
come on.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself, cause
Watch The Bad Batch if you want some depression.
yeah, if you want some depression, watch
the
Bad Batch.
cartoon. Watch the cartoon.
Yes, please, cause R.I.P.
Oh, is that a spoiler? I mean, we're in a different TV.
Oh, you're
show.
right. You're right.
Yeah, bleep
Sorry.
that out. Bleep that out.
Alright, you're gonna have the
Yeah.
R2 moment,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
for
yeah.
this episode, for Guns of Hire, 10 out of 10, you give it a 10 out of 10?
Beautiful. Absolutely in my heart, in my brain, in my soul.
So you tell me what you gave this. You know it's a 10 out of 10, so tell me.
You can be honest.
Yeah, be honest and tell me why this is a 10 out of 10. There's no other score to give this episode.
Yeah.
In the comments below. And if you haven't liked and subscribed to the D4 channel.
What are you doing?
Exactly. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, do you not like our energy? Do you not like...
You don't like Grogu?
Do you not like Grogu? Like, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Tell me you can't love this little baby. His dark eyes. Love him and love our channel.
If you love him, you would subscribe.
If you love Grogu, subscribe to the D4 channel. We'll also be keeping up to date with the news at Star Wars Celebration, because, boy, there's a lot of news going on in Star Wars Celebration. Good news, I may add. Yes! Thank you. Tell them to like and subscribe. You see? The baby says like and subscribe. So please do. It'll do us a favor. We're trying to get monetized this year on this channel. We need 1,000. Yes, exactly. We need 1,000 people. And not only do we need 1,000 subscribers, we need you guys to watch the video to its entirety and comment, because it'll help us on our algorithm. Algorithm to beat Susan. All right.
We have to be like the Mandalorians and all group together.
Yes, we have to come together as a Star Wars community. Let's all love one another. So, from me to you to Grogu. Yes, may the Force be with you, and we'll see you next time.
This is the way.
This is the way.